Hello guys! Welcome back to Film Friday with GiGi. If you enjoy science fiction, horror, and thought-provoking movies, and you're looking for something new to watch, I'd love to share some hidden gems from these genres. I'm a big fan of great movies, and I'm always on the hunt for overlooked treasures in cinema. I'd be thrilled if you'd join me on this journey. Subscribe and like for more movie reviews. Today, we'll be talking about a science fiction legend, Dark City, directed by Alex Proyas in 1998. It's an older movie, but probably one of the best ever, and perhaps didn't receive the attention it truly deserved. Dark City is a dark dystopian film with elements of deep mystery. I've watched this movie a few times already, and I'm always happy to watch it again. It's always a unique experience. The narrative is mind-bending, with a strong philosophical background. Dark City is a powerful exploration of identity, control, and the nature of reality. In this review, we'll dive into the film's themes, style, and its lasting impact on the science fiction genre. Spoilers ahead. Enjoy the ride. Imagine a man with no memory, waking up in a grim, endless night, alone in a city where the sun never rises. Our story begins with John Murdoch, our bewildered protagonist, who awakens in a dingy bathtub to the sight of a dead woman in his apartment, and no memory of how he got there. Suddenly, a phone rings. A mysterious voice on the other end urges him to leave immediately, warning him that dark forces are closing in. Barely able to process what's happening, Murdoch stumbles into the cold night, barely evading a group of eerie, otherworldly figures known only as the Strangers. These beings glide through the air, wielding the terrifying ability to alter reality itself. They can change buildings, reshape streets, and shift the very fabric of the city with a wave of their hands, as if manipulating a sinister dream. Who are they? What do they want from Murdoch? Haunted by these questions, Murdoch begins his desperate quest for answers. The world he navigates is a fever dream landscape. His journey eventually leads him to Shell Beach, a mythical place everyone seems to know about, yet no one can recall how to find. It's an elusive beacon of hope and freedom in a city that seems built to keep its inhabitants locked in darkness and despair. When John first encounters Emma Murdoch, his wife, after his memory loss, he feels a strange connection to her, but he cannot remember the love they supposedly shared. Emma, on the other hand, remembers their marriage and has deep feelings for him, making her part of John's emotional anchor as he navigates the unsettling world around him. Despite his memory loss, John feels drawn to her, and she becomes a symbol of the life he can't quite grasp, a life that he senses was real, but is also strangely elusive. Their relationship thus becomes a poignant reflection on love, identity, and autonomy. In Dark City, John and Emma's bond symbolizes the resilience of human connections, even in a world where memories and identities are artificially imposed. As Murdoch digs deeper, he attracts the attention of Detective Bumstead, a world-weary cop initially convinced that Murdoch is behind a series of gruesome murders. But as Bumstead investigates, he starts to question everything he once believed about his city, his life, and his own identity. He begins to suspect that Murdoch may not be the villain he first imagined, but rather a man who could hold the key to exposing a dark and mind-bending truth. The deeper Murdoch and Bumstead delve, the stranger the city becomes. Midnight falls, and in an instant, everyone collapses, plunged into an eerie, dreamless sleep. The city shifts, reshapes, as if controlled by some unseen hand. The Strangers gather, orchestrating this bizarre metamorphosis with cold precision, rearranging the city's layout, altering people's lives, their memories, their very identities. It's a chilling cycle that repeats night after night. But Murdoch is different. He doesn't fall victim to their powers, and over time, he discovers he possesses an extraordinary ability of his own, a power to counteract the Strangers, to mold the city as they do. His journey morphs from a flight for survival into a mission to understand the reality he lives in, and finally, to escape it. Dark City shares DNA with another film that followed close on its heels, The Matrix. Both depict a protagonist discovering that their world is an elaborate lie, a fabricated illusion maintained by an external force. Both heroes uncover hidden powers and learn to bend the false reality around them, ultimately leading to a climactic confrontation where they face their oppressors. Even the visual language, Shadows, greens, and grays, and looming impersonal skyscrapers reflects a shared aesthetic that heightens the sense of entrapment and artificiality. One of the most striking aspects of Dark City is its visual style, which blends the aesthetics of dark movies with futuristic dystopia. The city itself is a key character, an oppressive, labyrinthine urban environment where the sun never rises. Every scene is soaked in atmosphere. Towering buildings cast long shadows over fog-choked streets, glinting cars from a different era rumble by, and ominous, angular skylines create a sense of perpetual unease. Every frame is precisely crafted to set a sense of alienation and claustrophobia. The lighting is stark and shadowy, reminiscent of 1940s dark movies like The Maltese Falcon or Blade Runner, 1982, creating an eerie, dreamlike atmosphere. The cityscape is a bizarre blend of eras that disorients as much as it captivates. The city's identity is as fractured as the memories of its inhabitants, a reflection of the mind-bending forces at play. Visually, is Dark City nothing short of mesmerizing? But even with all its surreal twists and nightmarish tones, Dark City remains anchored by a very human theme: the search for identity and truth in a world built on lies. Murdoch's journey to Shell Beach, his fight against the strangers, and his growing bond with Bumstead and other allies reflect a fundamental human need: to break free from the chains that bind us, to define ourselves, and to seek out a reality we can truly call our own. In today's world of formulaic blockbusters and safe storytelling, Dark City stands as a reminder of what cinema can achieve when it steps into the unknown. It's a movie that celebrates imagination, daring, and the limitless boundaries of storytelling. A film that whispers to the dreamer and the rebel in each of us, urging us to look beyond the shadows and question the world we think we know. If you haven't seen Dark City, give it a watch. Embrace the strangeness, the wonder, and the thrill of a world unlike any other. After all, in a universe of endless possibilities, sometimes the best stories are the ones that take us by surprise. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about this movie, and have a great day. See you next time!